Merry Christmas. Hi, I'm Ya, and I recently hit 10 whole subscribers. Here's the Q&A. What made you decide to focus on Brooklyn Nine-Nine videos? Brooklyn Nine-Nine's like a comfort show for me. I would kind of watch it as I was going to sleep and get startled by that loud ass. And then I found the series by Better Watch TV. It was doing episode by episode breakdowns of Breaking Bad and Better Call Saul. And hopefully Pluribus soon. Oh my god, do you guys see the season finale? What the fuck? And then I was unemployed for a bit. So I was like, fuck it. Let's see if I can do that. If there's any show I could do it for, it's Brooklyn Nine-Nine. Just because, through osmosis, I know a lot about it. Why are you British? Biblical punishment. I can only assume. Would you use a brick or a shovel on Gina? Thank you to Coffin Dance Guy for that one. Gina's #1 hair. Shovel. Back of the head. Sorry. Bonk. How are you so dedicated? And motivation tips. I'm medicated for ADHD, which helps a lot. Other than that, having consistent, regular, like small goals. When I decided to do the videos every 2 weeks, it helped so much because it's like, okay, I have this specific time where this needs to be done, which is like the main reason I never finished any videos before starting this series. And it's okay not to work. It's okay to actually take time off. Partially related question, but do you have autism? Yes. What gave it away? It was one of those things where it was just like, oh, that makes sense. Are you a fan of any other sitcoms? Asks Benji. I'm a huge fan of It's Always Sunny. I'd also recommend AP Bio and The Good Place, which I'm guessing if you've watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine, you're at least somewhat familiar with The Good Place because it's Dan Goor and Michael Schur. Sounds weird in my accent, doesn't it? Dan Goor and Michael Schur. Is Barry a sitcom? I've been watching that recently. It's also really good. How long have you wanted to do YouTube? And if so, did you see yourself doing similar content? Sorry, I paraphrased the shit out of that. I think I made my first ever like actual YouTube video in, wasn't it like 2016? It's almost 10 years ago. Oh, no. My old videos are still out there somewhere. They're not public, but I think I have them on like my old school laptop. Shout out. I was going to say the full name of my secondary school. Don't ever do that. The content I've always made and the stuff I've always made has never really been this kind of scripted analysis type videos. I think I said it in the first one I made where I was like, this is branching out from my old type of content. Because my old type of content was whatever the fuck I felt like making and usually didn't end up finishing. I've always kind of wanted to do YouTube or just make things generally. Never specifically this though, which is fun. Dude, I'm so warm already. I'm doing a bisexual sitting pose now. Okay. What's the most interesting or your favorite small detail that you found so far? I think my favorite to find is the locations because a lot of the time it's just geoguessing on Google Maps. Whoa. My favorite recent one would probably be the Kung Fu poster in the Thanksgiving episode that has like 2 prop people's names on it because that's something I would do. I love leaving like stupid little jokes in my videos that like 2 people get. And both of them me. How many times have you rewatched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Probably in total upwards of like 6. What is your home address? It is, are you ready? You're gonna write this down. 3. What do you think are going to be the easiest and hardest episodes to break down? As much as I love the box, it's going to be hard to break down because it's like one set. But I really want to cover it because it's a great episode. It's hard to say what episodes are going to be good episodes because I usually figure that out during the scripting and script writing process. Would you rather have unlimited bacon but no games? Or games, unlimited games, but no games? Thank you MTSP for asking that. I would take the unlimited games because if you think about it, that is infinitely more games than the PS5 has. What is the most unbearable episode on rewatch? It's Return of the King. I think it's pretty universally seen as the worst episode. Cold open wise, season 8 episode 1, because it's like the COVID one, and COVID humor is just so great flavor by the way. Do you think you'll do the entire show? I definitely want to do all of season 1. What is your favorite media of all time? I'd say my favorite album is Sewing Kit by Roland Fawn. I'd say for favorite movie of all time, I'm just gonna list off Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind, Good Will Hunting, and also Sinners. Shows, anything by Vince Gilligan, and It's Always Sunny. For the GIF photo category of favorite media, I'm gonna say Morgan Freeman True Gifts. Have you ever watched Brooklyn Nine-Nine? No, but I've heard it's good. Have you ever just, asks Dear. No, but I've heard it. Would you rather fight 10 Charles Boyle-shaped horses or 10 horse-shaped Charles Boyles? I'd fight 10 Charles Boyle-shaped horses because they'd be smaller. What's your schedule for making videos / how long does each video take? It takes, obviously, roughly 2 weeks between videos. In that time, in the first week, I like to get research, scripting, and voiceover done. After that, editing, post-production, and then like 2-ish days to not think about Brooklyn Nine-Nine. I think the fastest turnaround was 55 hours and 5 days for the Vulture episode. Pyro812 asks, what do you edit with? I edit with a completely legit version of Premiere Pro 2020. I recently got a new PC, so I've upgraded to another completely legal copy of Premiere Pro 2025. Is your real name? Yeah, asks Omni. Yeah. It's a pseudonym I came up with to be purposefully annoying. I changed my name to it on Discord, so when people were like trying to get my attention, they'd go, yeah, and it would be like they were agreeing with me. Just a little silly. And then it kind of stuck, and now I'm stuck with like a purposefully annoying and hard to look up name. Privacy's fun. Have you been involved in Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan theories or fanfic? Only in research for these videos and scripts. Favorite quote? Coat, jacket, coat. Is this a police precinct or a Turkish bazaar? Favorite episode? Ticking Clocks, The Box, or 48 Hours. Favorite character? Boyle or Scully, because they're my weird little guys. Omni asks favorite season. It's probably recency bias because I've been covering it, but season 1 is just magnifique. When I saw like the run of episodes from The Vulture to now, I was like, okay, yeah. Favorite counter? I'd say the Alter Egos one. One of my favorite ones is when Jake's in the fucking ceiling and Holt's like, oh, who's there? And it's no one. And then the counter pops up saying no one. It's stupid. 3 movies you'd recommend. Begonia, Good Will Hunting, and Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. What is my favorite cold open? It is probably the Oldest Bags one that I covered. I can't remember which episode it's in though. NM32 asks, do you like oranges? I like the idea of oranges. I think I like peeling oranges because then my hands smell like orange for ages. But as far as actually eating them, they're sticky and weird. Favorite snack item, asks Vivi. Probably Giflar, which I'll put on screen here. That or like Ritz crackers. I will demolish an entire box of Ritz crackers. Sylvie asks, when will this video come out? If you're seeing this, now. Ellie asks, why? C A. Don't put that in. Remember the coffee grounds deal? I don't even like coffee. I'm on that fake artificial shit that's bright pink and tastes like flour. Finn asks, who is your favorite Brooklyn Nine-Nine side character? Probably Adrian Pimento, because Jason Mantzoukas is so fucking funny. If you haven't watched him on Taskmaster, do it. Thoughts on Captain CJ? He's funny. How many US presidents do you think you could beat in hand-to-hand combat? I think I could beat a couple. Definitely not Abe Lincoln though. He invented the chokeslam. Source cited here. If you could redo your first episode, what would you change? Asks Omni. I'd change the voiceover because why do I sound so scared? It's really weird how quickly I evolved to talk properly. Turkey asks, which characters do you think you can be most and least likely to beat in a fight? I butchered that question, but you get the general idea. I could not beat probably Holt, obviously Rosa. I could not beat Terry. I don't think I'd want to beat Scully, but when it comes to like a Gina or a Boyle or a Jake or an Amy, I think I could have their number. Favorite episode you've done so far and why? It sounds like a cop-out, but it's whatever one I've done last. I need to stretch my back out. Excuse me? What's the episode you're most looking forward to covering? Again, a lot of this stuff comes out in the kind of discovery process, but just any ones with interesting exteriors, usually. If you had to be locked in a room with any character from Brooklyn Nine-Nine for 24 hours, who least would probably be Gina, most would be Terry, because I feel like I get along with him, and also, logistically, he could break a lock, like, pretty easily. Do you have any headcanons for the squad? Asks Omni. Yes. All of them are bisexual, and I'm only slightly joking. What 2 characters do you wish had interacted? The creepy therapist was in 1 episode, but I feel like a pimento therapy episode would have just been so funny. Kevin Costner and Gordon Lunt from The Honey Pot. I want to see how passive aggressive they can get while also conveying like no emotion. Also, I would like to see Genevieve, Gina's psychic, and the medical examiner. What Brooklyn Nine-Nine character do you most relate to? Asks Anonymous. Probably Boyle. Commandant's guy asks, how many drugs do you possess? Are you wearing a wire? Hector asks, what do you think of Jake's decision of leaving the NYPD to take care of Mag? I think it's a really good show of Jake's like final evolution as a character. I was a big fan of it. Small Scales the Dragon asks, what your favorite color is? I think all colors are beautiful other than maybe blue. Omni asks, what's your favorite number? I should probably say 99. That would make the most sense, wouldn't it? 3's pretty good. I don't know. 6? 13, 12. What is your daily routine like, / how many hours a day do you spend watching Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Usually my days involve 4 to 8 hours of working on a video, So I usually watch anything else because I want to unwind from that. I know that didn't really answer your question, but too many hours is the correct answer. What do you think of Rosa being kind of a hypocrite in the final season? It's more of an indicator of a show that is struggling with its own setting. A show that's obviously trying to be tasteful and trying to be progressive is kind of now in a position where it has to face the fact about what it's covering. I think they handled it fine, but I don't think they handled it well, if that makes sense. I get why they covered it the way they did. I get the switch ups they made, but it still feels like a jump instead of character progression and development. I think there's a few propaganda episodes on it. I'd like to make a video of my own, but I think that covered it well. Kool-Aid asks, did you watch Die Hard? And if so, was it because of Brooklyn Nine-Nine? Yes and yes. It's a very fun movie, and like everything references it, and you don't realize until you watch it. Turkey also asks, is Die Hard a Christmas movie? I saw someone say that Die Hard could have taken place at St. Patrick's Day and it would have been the same. I disagree. I think part of the mythos and appeal of Die Hard to me is the fact that it's like kind of a Christmas movie, kind of a not. Have you ever been to America? Asks Omni. No, I'd like to go. Obviously, with covering the series, I've wandered around New York in Street View. I've also been watching Action Bronson's cooking show. Fuck, that's delicious. And I think it would be really nice. But I also think now's probably the worst time to do it. And I don't know whether it's going to get better anytime soon. Do you think it's weirder to like femboys or tomboys? Asks Kool-Aid. I think neither are weird, and you should like who you like. Pansexuality. Oakley asks, favorite sea animal? I think seals are cool and round. Zoe asks, how many green potion do you be downing? I hope that answers your question. We did a little games night in the Discord on Christmas, and I was sipping this bright green beverage out of a booby glass. Sick one. Are we getting a face reveal? That's kind of insensitive. I don't have a face to reveal. One of every Pokemon or a billion lions? I think one of every Pokemon. I think a billion lions is a lot, but lions also don't have like magical abilities. So Big Stinky Roger asks, why has your background changed? Because I forgot to film an outro. Thank you all so much for 10,000 subscribers. I never thought this would happen. I never thought I'd be here, but I am. And I am grateful beyond words that my little twink mouth can muster. This has taken me so long to edit that I'm now like 200 away from 20,000. I'm going to try a shit ton of food from Brooklyn Nine-Nine, including coffee grounds, because I do remember the deal. I wish I didn't. In 2 weeks' time, I will continue back with season 2, and then the season 1 recap will be out when it's out. I will see you in 2 weeks for season 2, episode 1, Undercover.
Not a doctor.